happens here.
Hopefully this time it works.
Yeah, that's the
Hopefully this
hope.
time.
That's the hope. Let's see what happens here.
Hmm?
Okay, it says maybe, and let's see.
I'll talk,
There
talk,
we are.
talk.
There we are. And you should be on. It looks like your audio is finally working because OBS decided to let you be on.
So, can they hear me though? Can you
That's
hear
what
me
I'm
now?
saying. Yeah,
Can you
that's
hear me
what I'm
now?
saying. It should be that. You should be good. You should totally
All
be
right.
good. So,
Let's see. I'm refreshing the Paranormal Warehouse
yeah, we're
thingamajigger.
back, guys. We're back. Sorry about that. I see everybody in here. I apologize. It's just OBS. Honestly, OBS sucks. If they wanted to
Wait.
endorse us, I would say go away because I don't like OBS. It's terrible.
Don't say that. Shh.
I hate you, OBS.
I
I do. I don't like OBS. I'm sorry.
I know, but let's just
I
release
don't
something like
like it. Don't make me
Moon.
like stuff I don't like.
I'm not trying to make you like it. I'm trying to make you be positive.
Yeah, I'm being positive. I'm positive I hate OBS.
You do that to me when I'm in a bad mood. You make me
I
be all
know.
positive.
I'm joking. I'm just having fun. It's because here in Colorado, it's May 18th. We usually average about, 65 to 75 degrees right now, and it is snowing like one of the worst snows we've had in years here. And it's like broken trees and caused all kinds of issues. So
Hmm.
go home, weather, you're drunk. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Come on, man. Like really, in May, like the end of May, nonetheless.
It's
It's
not
practically
right.
the end of
It
May.
shouldn't be this way. It's like up in the mountains where the ski resorts are, they could like reopen right now. That's how much snow is up there. It's insane.
It's crazy. I cannot believe that it's that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I can't believe that it's that cold over there. I mean, at this, it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, the weather's drunk.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is. It's drunk. That's fine. And Christine, she's from Colorado too. She says it's freezing. It totally is. Hi guys, by the
Crazy.
way, love all you guys. Sorry for the
Sorry for the
crazy,
delay, guys.
dumb OBS, dumb problems that OBS causes every time. Yuck. Oh, so listen to this. I'll get into saying hi to everybody here in just a second.
Hmm.
So tomorrow morning, Mama Moon and I are making our adventure to Iowa. It's the Iowa adventure, and we leave here at 6 a.m. Mountain Time,
Hmm.
and we're going to be driving for 12 and a half hours to Dubuque, Iowa, to do the Dubuque Psychic and Paranormal Expo out there at the
Hmm.
Riverfront Center. Looking forward to the event, but I am not looking forward to the drive. It's going to be brutal. So we're
That's
going
a
to
long drive.
well, it's long, and then we got to drive through snow first to get out. That's number one. We drive through
Mm.
really bad snow and ice, and then we drive into Nebraska, which is snow and ice. Then at some point in Nebraska, we hit Tornado Alley, like after that, and then we go to Iowa, which has now become Tornado Alley, and like severe
Ugh.
thunderstorms. So just honestly, say a little prayer for us tomorrow because we're going to be doing some
Hey,
crazy traveling
you need to
tomorrow.
be careful.
Yeah, we're going to be super careful, but it's just it's weird, weird weather. So, and for you guys who don't know, the Dubuque, Iowa Paranormal and Psychic Expo Saturday and Sunday. And then we are doing the Chilla in Manila Paracon, which is D. Garcia, Dan Kloss, me, Chris Sutton. We're going to be out there in Manila, Iowa, doing an event. So come join us, and we're going to be doing Box Talk live while we're there. Mama Moon's going to be there. It's going to be awesome. So come hang out with us. It's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, guys, go get your tickets and come hang out with us. It's gonna be fun. You guys can watch us film or broadcast or whatever.
Both.
Box Talk? Yeah, both. Box Talk Live.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, guys. So yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
come hang out with us.
Fun, fun, fun.
Yay.
Oh, before we start, guys,
Thanks, Cordelia.
I just want to say, I'm very sad today because, yeah, because one of I'm sure everybody knows already that lead singer of Soundgarden, Audio Slave, passed away, and I've been very sad all day today because of that. You know, it was like there's no more. The only grunge singer left is Eddie Vedder. Sad.
Mm. Well, I can't say much about the grunge thing, but I
I'm
don't I
sad. I'm
no
sad.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a loss of life in general is terrible. I will say I actually really did enjoy Soundgarden a long, long time ago. I won't give a date because I'll be really old, but I really liked Soundgarden when they first came out, and I actually remember going and seeing them at a concert with it was Corrosion of Conformity was the opener, which I
Hmm.
love Corrosion, and then Soundgarden was the middle band, and Danzig was the headliner, and
Hmm.
I got to do a little partying on the bus with Danzig, which was fun. And
Mhm.
Soundgarden at the time was kind of like a metal punk type of band. They weren't
Mhm.
grunge at the time. And when I saw him on stage, blew me away, and his voice was absolutely incredible. Now
He has an amazing voice.
I despise grunge. I hate grunge. It's like the worst. I'd rather listen to like smooth jazz all day than grunge.
I
But
like it.
oh, okay. But what I'm saying
I
is that
do.
I always thought Chris Cornell,
Yeah.
we lost him. The metal community lost him to grunge because he could have just been an amazing metal singer. But it's just sad to lose anybody, especially when it's suicide. So yeah, prayers
It's
to his
just that
family.
like it's just that the like I that was the 90s for me. All those it's what I listened to all the
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
I was a teen. And so I was just like I no, I knew that they were touring. So when I saw that, I was still up when I saw the breaking news. I was like, no, it's not true. I was hoping it was a hoax.
Hmm.
And so I started to Google all that, and I was no, unfortunately, it wasn't a hoax.
Hmm.
I cried. I was really sad.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sad that you were sad. And like I said,
I,
just the general loss of life and musical talent. We
mhm.
never like to see that stuff happen. So yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, I just need to say if I don't seem as tonight, I've been sad today because of that. I've been listening to, and you know what's so funny is that it's so weird. I had been on a Soundgarden kick lately before this happened, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like just listening to all their old stuff, and then when I heard that this happened, I was devastated. I really was.
Well, and again, the thing that we're seeing right now. Let me get a drink. I'm sorry, my throat. The thing that we're seeing right now that's crazy again is the lost musicians. You got
Yeah.
Chris
Oh my
Cornell who
God.
went. We lost Jay Giles, who was one of the most amazing guitar players in the world recently.
Mhm.
It was the anniversary of of Ronnie James Dio's death
Mhm.
yesterday. So I mean, we're just in this like slew of losing these great musicians, and it's just such a sad thing.
I know. I know. It's just it's never easy. But yeah, I've been sad because of that.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
we're gonna
I
get
just
through
needed
it
to say
tonight.
that.
We're gonna get through it tonight. We'll make it.
And another thing, real quick. They said that it was a suicide,
Hmm.
and that the reports are saying that it was a suicide by hanging. I just don't feel it. I don't.
Really, because I don't get anything suspicious. I think that he was just.
I no. I don't.
I
I don't feel it.
I think he
I don't know.
suffered.
Maybe I'm just in denial, but I just don't feel it. I don't.
Yeah, I
I don't.
think he suffered from depression, which was pretty obvious for a long time. So I'm not
Hmm.
surprised. And I know there were some conflicting reports that came out about they said that it was an apparent suicide, but they found him hanging. So that was definitely a suicide. I mean, unless somebody was there who hooked it all up and forced it, but it just doesn't make sense. I think that he probably took his own life. That's the feeling that I got.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just in denial because I'm sad
Yeah.
and I don't want to believe that. But I don't feel that. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. But okay,
Well,
I
we'll
don't
see
know.
over time, and it's interesting too. Sometimes, as you know, when we use the box, they'll pop through every once in a while, and we get a lot of answers. So it's always
Hmm.
possible that could happen.
Yeah, that'd
But
be a question I'd be interested in asking.
yeah, yeah, that's when we do one of the live sessions, one of the live reading sessions. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah, yes, definitely. That would be one of the first questions that I'd want to ask because I don't know. I'm not feeling that. But maybe it could also be that I'm just like in denial because I'm really sad about it.
Right?
So I don't know.
Could
But
be.
it did hit me hard. It did.
Hmm.
Anyways, so let's get on with the show. We can't be sad all night.
Definitely not. Um, I want to say hi to a few people. I know I'm kind of let the chat room go by. You guys catch us up in here. It was a weird night already.
Hmm.
Jana, yeah, I agree. It was sad. He was really young. You just don't ever want to see anybody lose their life, especially young. Nitro, how you doing? Um, Robin's here. We got James, who's here. Um,
Laura's in there.
James, are you doing a road trip from Kissimmee, Florida to Dubuque? If you're doing that, I think you absolutely rule. Come on up. We encourage you to do it. We'll see you this weekend if that's the case. Um, Stacy says hello from Parkersburg, West Virginia. Wow. Hi.
Hello.
I filmed a TV show a long time ago out in West Virginia, in a little tiny town out there, Door to the Dead with John J. Oliver. Um,
Cool.
yeah, cool. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? I know everybody's like either a volume issue or something. It's just a weird night tonight.
On your side, there's a volume issue.
Laura says so. Yeah. So I'm just looking
Okay,
at that
hold
right
on.
now. Moon says, or Cheryl says, Moon, I've been thinking all night and day about what you told me about my anxiety problem, and it's been due to trauma of a past life, trying to save someone you've seen children. How do I make it right so the anxiety will go away and I'll heal my soul? Again, Cheryl, boy, I sound like a broken record when we talk about this, but it's a meditation issue. You really want to try to meditate on it, ask your guides about it. If you don't have the ability to meditate, what you want to do is you want to, before you go to sleep at night, ask that one question, get the answer, and then right when you wake up in the morning, write down the first thing that comes to mind. Don't question it, don't think about it, just write it down.
Hmm. That's a really good idea. That's it works. I've done it.
Janice says, hugs D. People are
Thank
still
you.
saying this. John Wilkes Booth ate a taco with pickles D.
Oh my God, thank you. That's making me laugh. Thank you guys. You guys rule.
Jeff's here. He says, the goat is back. Hey, what's up, goat? How you doing?
Goat, how are you doing, Goat?
We got Tamara here. She is from Corvallis, Oregon. Well, hello, Tamara. Good to see you here.
Hola.
Nitro wants to know, is this the single site?
The single
I
site?
think you might be lost. I think you might be lost,
What?
Nitro.
What?
Brandy says hi from Calgary, Alberta. Hello, hello. Hello from
Hello.
Niagara Falls, New York. Ooh, Niagara Falls. We're going to be doing an event up there with Mr. Klaus, who's putting
In
that one
July,
together.
right?
July, yes. So look forward to that, guys.
Hmm.
Rachel says she can hear us clearly.
Awesome.
Uh,
Awesome.
okay, cool. Just want to make sure. I'm going to keep talking loud. Nitro says he's sexy, just so everybody knows. Nitro, and I'll tell you, he is one sexy beast. He came here for a reading, and that's the first thing that I thought. That is a sexy, sexy man.
There you
Um,
go.
let's see. Robin says hello from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Boy, we've already got our whole Ontario audience for the
We
event out
do. We
there
need to.
here.
We need to go. Yeah, we need to go do Box Talk Live out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cheryl says thank you again, Moon. You are most welcome. Stacy, tacos with pickles rock. I don't know about that, but I'll assume you're correct. Um,
I've never tried it, but hey.
hey, I always try something new, right? At least once.
Hmm.
Claire says hi, new to the show. Well, thank you for tuning in. Before I say any more, Clay Whittemer from Eden, New York, and she's excited about it because she does an exclamation point on it. I've had to save 2 turtles from the road in the last 2 days. Any thoughts? That's interesting. Um, so 2 turtles in the road in New York. Boy,
Hmm.
that sounds like a message to me. That sounds like somebody's trying to get in touch with you on the other side and pass along a specific message to you.
Two
Um,
turtles. Yeah.
Symbolism or animal totems, one of the two. They're trying to get a message through to you, and I don't know. Um, I guess my question to you, Claire, is what's the first thing you thought of after you rescued these 2 turtles? What thought popped into your head? Because I think that's really what they were trying to do is let you know what was going on there. Um,
I'm
j-
just looking at all these pickles and John.
I know they're everywhere. They're just
But you know
everywhere.
what, though? I was feeling sad, so it's kind of good.
It is a good thing. Uh,
Yeah.
we've got John Sloan from Fresno, California. Says, "Hey guys, hi."
Hola.
Kyle is here. He says, I lost 2 of my uncles to suicide, one on Christmas Eve and
Oh.
another one in summer. Sorry, Kyle. Suicide is just terrible. Terrible, terrible
Mhm.
stuff. Um, Laura says, I am afraid of fire and also infertile. I was told that in a past life I lost my kids in a fire. What do you think? It's weird. As you were actually, I'm reading the words, and I picked up that exact same thing. Yeah, the loss and not being able to get that back. I do think that that's correct, Laura. I do feel that. Kristen says tacos, pickles, John Wilkes Booth. Sounds like a topic for your show, Mooney. Types of manscaping. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Guys, and just before he continues reading every single comment,
I like to read the box talkers
I
messages.
know.
My God, I
I
like
like
to
to
do
pick on you.
readings.
I like to pick on
I
you.
just
Anyways,
do the best that I can,
before,
D. I,
I know.
and I
I
never learned to read.
What I was gonna say is, in case some of them don't know, our show tonight is actually about past lives. So if we get to it, Moon, don't look at me like that.
Just trying to
We'll
take
get
care of
to
the
it.
box talkers. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to take care of our
You,
people that tune
you
in
do it.
and
You do
listen
it.
to
You
us and
do it.
love us, and we love them back, and that's all I'm trying to do.
You do it. Do it. Do it up.
Always trouble. Arlene says, hello, Christopher Moon, my awesome friend, and hello, D. I'm her awesome friend. By the way, hi, D. Hi, Arlene. Uh,
Oh my God, Moon.
I just had to throw that one out there. Um,
Yes.
Cassandra. Oh, I love that name. And her name was Cassandra. Remember that?
Yeah, and her name was Cassandra.
Little Wayne's World joke there. Hi, Cassandra. Yeah, I'm here. I always watch from YouTube. Love y'all. Oh wow, hey, thanks for stopping in. That's so awesome. Thank you for checking that out. And anybody who wants to know the YouTube channel she's talking about, my handle on YouTube is Man is the Moon. So if you want to go over there and subscribe, you'll see all the Box Talk episodes. You'll see all of the Ghost Box Chronicles episodes and all the other crazy stuff that we do. So head over there and subscribe.
Hi, Mark Williams. Miss you too. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in here. Sorry, I read one of your comments because it was addressed to me.
Why are you in my chat room again?
Because I like to be.
Kristen, hello from Ohio. Hello from Colorado. And Dee's in Texas. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. Chrissy says Buffalo, New York is waiting for you both.
yay!
Woohoo!
I don't think Moon likes to take me places.
You're going to Ohio, or you're going to Iowa.
I know. I'm just
You're supposed to be
picking on
going to
you.
New York.
I know.
Never take me anywhere. Whatever. Um,
Oh my God.
Kyle
See,
says
that's how this works. He can pick on me, but I can't pick on him, guys. That's the thing here,
that's
apparently.
actually pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate, guys. Kyle
Ay,
wants
Dios.
to let you know he's in his kilt at home because it's too hot.
It's hot here too. They still haven't fixed my aircon, guys. So if you see like little things, and if you hear like air, it's. I've got a fan right next to me.
It's
So
not
I'm trying.
paranormal.
It's not paranormal. And if you see things blowing in the wind, it's the fan. It's not
But
paranormal.
if my Alexa turns on by itself, like it just did, oh, but I said Alexa, so that's not paranormal either. But
See,
if it turns on, then don't worry about it because it happens all the time.
uh, in the Mixer chat room, Pearly May says you have to come to Buffalo, Dee. Thank you, Pearly May. I shall.
Well, I'll be there too. I don't care about that.
Yes, you will be there.
I'll
And
be
we'll
there.
both be there,
If you
and we're
like,
gonna do Box Talk
if you
Live
like
from
it or
there.
not, Pearly May, I'm coming. Um, Marcy says hello from Blacksburg, Virginia.
Hello.
Hi. Sherry says, my sister and I have been having dreams about our mother. In life, she was a bad person, but in our dreams, she's nice and happy. Is it just us projecting what we wanted from our mother, or I don't know? You know, it's interesting, Sherry. It seems like when people do make the transition, even though they are who they were here, there's a lot of learning that takes place on the other side. A lot of them say that they're in school over there, that they're learning. I wouldn't be surprised if she's made a transition and probably realized a lot of the things that she did in this life that weren't so good, and is probably making changes and trying to let you guys know that she has made those changes and that she's waiting for you on the other side, and to let you know that she's okay. That's my feeling.
Hi, Tony. He says Moonie and Dee.
Hello.
Hola. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Oh, look, Jess R says, "Hey guys, how are you today? I've missed you guys. It's for sure been a day today. I have no idea what my problem is today, but I'm very much not myself. Oh, you know what? That seems to be the energy around. I've noticed a lot of people have been posting things like that on Facebook, that their energy has been off today. So it's not just you. You're not alone in that.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, it's crazy today. It really is.
Juniper, I would love to go to DC. Juniper says we need to go to DC.
Yeah, we can. We can definitely go to DC. I think that's a big deal. Yes, would love to do it. James wants to know where the frozen peas are tonight. D.
The frozen peas are in the freezer. I might have to have David bring me an ice pack, but hopefully
It's
he doesn't hand me broccoli.
Oh, don't do ice packs. It does never turn out well. It doesn't turn
Well,
out well.
it's not going to be the exploding one.
Oh God, last night, guys, it was so bad. I'm not even gonna get into it right now. It was so
That's
bad.
the after party.
That's
yet.
the after party.
No,
I don't even want to talk about it. And it was totally
No.
innocent, and it sounded
it sounded bad,
sounded and looked terrible. Like
and it was innocent too.
it was totally innocent, but it totally. I think that see, guys who don't know, I am a medium, and from time to time I pick up a spirit who sticks with me, and I have this spirit that stays with me named Saul, and occasionally he will make his presence known. He'll do some crazy things. He'll open up a Facebook profile. He does a lot of different things. But last night, I think he might have had something to do with that. So anyway, but that's box talk after party stuff.
That's after party. We'll get into that, the after party. We cannot let the after party
Yeah,
um yeah
yeah, I agree.
taint our show.
No, no tainting tonight. Um, D. Damn it, you're going to always bring that over here. Jeff says, like the shirt, Moonie. Thank you, sir. I've got my, there's skulls. I don't know if you can see the skulls. Okay.
Oh, I'm wearing a skull too.
Oh.
I have a big skull. Yeah, but you can't see it.
I'm just going to trust you. We're going to get shut down if you stand up. Christina says, hey, Moon. Hey, D. Love you guys. We love you back, Christina. Thank you so much.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just don't want to get into it.
Okay, fine.
Oh my God. Okay. Michelle says, "Oh, D, you know pickles make me giggle." You almost made her do a spit take. That was pretty good. There, it's happening. Guys, the laugh is the key. When the laugh happens, it gets out of control fast.
No.
Okay. Cheryl says, "I love Box Talk." Well, Box Talk loves you, Miss Cheryl. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Christina says, D, stand up.
Don't.
D, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm not standing. I'm just here.
I was just going to say it was going to happen. You know, it's interesting because Cornelia actually brought us back to our subject very quickly.
Awesome.
Have I had a past life? What will this year bring? D.
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm asking you.
Have she had? Yeah, I do feel that she's had. I feel that she's had several past lives.
It's what my Mama Moon, calls old soul, young spirit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. She's been here
I
many
feel
times.
that she's. Yeah, and you know what I feel? I don't know if you agree with me. I feel that in some of her past lives, she died very young.
It's.
Do you get that?
I get the impression it's the candle that burns out fast sort of thing. I think that you live really quickly, and I think that's been a lesson you've had to correct over time. But you love life. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about you. In every lifetime, you love life, and you just want to live it to the fullest. And there's mistakes that go along with that, but I think you're okay with that. If I'm reading you correctly, I think that you're okay with those mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I get too. That she dies very young, just lives fast, like you said.
Right. Definitely early
In the few
early
of her,
20s, late 20s maybe. Let's
Oh,
see.
wow, so I was right.
Yeah, you're right a lot, believe it or not. Sarah says, "Do you see anything from my past life?"
I don't see her picture.
I'm looking at her picture right now. You know, and actually, I'm just in the last life that you had, you were actually male. And I think that you're still surrounded by quite a few people from your soul circle right now. And I think that there's a level of discomfort with you right now, which is actually really good for you. But those people, those individuals are there to kind of keep you in check and keep things moving in the right direction for you. But you got a big decision coming up within the next 6 months.
Sorry, I just in the Mixer chat room, Emily's been saying hi, so we have to say hi to Em, our Twitter friend.
Hey, Em, how are you? It's good to see you.
We love you.
Well, I don't see you, but Dee sees you over there.
I see you.
Mixler. That's how I say it.
And Meredith says hi, and Tony says hi, and
hi.
let me see, because I was in your chat room, so I missed all these.
Yeah,
Cora
you
says
should probably
hi.
stick with your chat room.
And now, okay, so let's go with Em first. Em wants to know about her past life. What do you get from her?
She's got a lot of past lives. She's got some interesting, almost druid times past lives that come back. What's interesting with her is a lot of past lives as an animal, believe it or not, I see as almost like a bird, something along those lines.
That makes sense.
And very happy, very content.
And Cora wants to know about hers too.
Cora goes way back, and Cora
Way back.
The one that really hits me with Cora is when she, I think she spent part of one life in Europe somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but she ended up in America when it was first founded, and she was dealt with a lot of persecution that went along with that, and
Uh-huh.
it actually threw her off for a few lifetimes. So um, she's just kind of pulling that all back in right now, reining in that energy, and being such a powerful individual. She's still learning how to use those abilities.
Hmm. Yeah. There you go, Cora.
I've got one over here from Christina. She says, "Any tips for blocking out negative energy? I feel like I absorb people's energies, emotions. Thank you guys. Thank you guys are awesome." Well, thank you, Christina. Again,
Sorry, I'm sorry. Daniel is hijacking my chat room.
oh, okay. Well, Christina, I just want to say really quickly. Again, we talked about this last night on Box Talk News. We had another individual who is empathic, and basically that means that you pick up the people's emotions that are around you. You pick up spirits' emotions that are around you, and you absorb them. And unless you're able to ground yourself, you're going to take on more and more of these things, and it can actually be harmful to your energy, and actually can become physically harmful over time, as well as mentally. So, my suggestion to you, honestly, is to figure out a good grounding process. And if you can figure out how to ground and protect yourself, that's going to help you out a lot in just about every minute of your life. So, hopefully, that helps.
Tony wants to know about his past life.
Hmm.
He says, I want to ask Moonie if he can pick up my past life as well.
This is the weirdest thing, and I don't know if this makes any sense, but every time I see Tony, I always see him racing cars, like older. I want to say, like, maybe, if I had to go vintage, like early 30s kind of cars, like around a track, like old
Hmm.
racing kind of thing, and very daredevil, very adventurous and
And you
successful.
know what? I'm sorry. Go on.
No, it's
There's a delay. I didn't hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, just he was
Continue.
very successful at what he did, and I feel like he actually did perish doing what he loved. But
Hmm.
no regrets on that. So yeah.
Cool. I was gonna say, you know what I picked up on him, but I don't know. When I read it and I was looking at his picture, I don't know if you pick up on this, but I pick up like a medieval thing with him.
I didn't get that one. I picked up on the one life, but you might be picking up on something completely different.
Yeah, I pick up like a medieval thing with him.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Stacy says, my son Jordan says hello. Hello, Jordan. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Let me see. I wonder if any of that. You know what? Because if oh look at that. See, I love when there's validation. He says I do like fast cars and motorcycles.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. I think you're still drawn to it, but yeah, that's all I see around him. It's like these really old school cars and just souped up and fast, and it's pretty cool. I like it.
hmm.
Um,
Cool.
Mark Williams says hi from Mark Williams Ghost Adventures. Miss you, D.
Hi, Mark. I said hi to him when you first went in there.
Oh,
Miss you
sorry.
too. Good to see you.
Let's see here. Janet says my son lost his uncle and two friends to suicide within 3 years. Ugh. I worried about
Mm.
him. Such loss for someone so young. Yeah, that's a lot of loss for someone so young. And this is kind of the crazy thing. Religious people will say, God works in mysterious ways, which just seems like such a cop out sometimes when you hear that.
Hmm.
But the one thing that we found is that there definitely is a whole plan with the universe, and there's nobody out there who can tell you what that plan is. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I understand from that is that spirits will report back through the ghost box from time to time, when they leave early, when it's children or young adults and things like that, and they've got their grieving family, friends still over here, and they'll say, I know you're upset and I know you're sad, but you have to understand, I was part of your lesson. That was my job this time. I was part of the lesson. So it really does work. It's a big circular thing, and it really does work.
I'm trying not to laugh at what they're saying in there as it's coming in. They're still trying to get me to laugh.
Yeah, Michelle says, was I a pickle, a taco, or John in my past life? Michelle, I'm not gonna validate that one
Oh,
for you. I'm
and then
sorry.
Daniel says he was a pickle farmer.
I think he still is. Um, Maria says, Moon, please tell me about my past lives, because oh my God, LOL, I feel like an old soul. Maria, we did a reading. I did a private reading for Maria. It was a video reading, and it was so cool. Her energy is awesome. I gotta tell you guys, she's an awesome, awesome person. Good box talker. Um, yeah, the past lives with you, Maria, go way back. I always get that thing. I think I might have mentioned this to you about the teaching aspect of things. Um, Care of children, very, very old, very, very far back. Um, So that's the one I always pick up on with you. I feel when I get into your energy, I feel comfortable. I feel protected. It's really interesting. So that's what
Hmm.
I get.
Interesting.
John, I'm sorry.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead of you, D. John says, I really miss my grandma. Just wondering if they're with me. Both grandmas. When I look at your picture, John, trying to identify with your energy, I pick up three women and two very tall men that are actually with them as well, that are still around you. I would say that's family. I think that probably is your grandmother's. Absolutely.
No, Daniel, no, we're not pickle people.
Daniel's a pickle farmer. That's all I know. Um, Tamara says,
It says I grew his dill plants. Ay, Daniel, por favor, pórtate bien. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Go on.
I'm out of the show, Dan. I'm not doing it. Um, Tamara says, I don't know anything about my past life, but I would like to know about it. Well, Tamara, again, looking at your picture, you are a very, very old soul, going way, way back. Um, Interestingly, with you, if I had to identify a region that I'm picking up on, it would probably be somewhere in Africa. Um, Very mountainous type of area. Um, and I get that you were, I don't want to say you were in control of people, but I feel like you were a leader of people at that time. Female energy, um, very, very strong. So I hope that helps.
And then we've got, let me see. I'm not going to read any of Dan's.
Yeah,
Um,
don't read
Meredith.
Oracle ephemeris.
Okay. Woohoo. Okay. Meredith Morrison says, "Could you tell me anything about my past lives?" What do you pick up for her?
I'm not. I'm thinking. I'm not getting anything. Blank. I'm
Or
just not getting anything.
is it possible she's a baby soul?
It's possible. I might. I just might not be identifying with her energy, but it is possible that she's a first timer here.
I don't think she's a first timer though. I don't get that feeling, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
picking up anything on it at all.
Maybe you need to see her picture.
It's possible. Yeah, really, really weird. Um,
You know what? But I love how like you're just like, sorry, not getting anything right now.
oh
I
yeah,
love your
I'm
honesty.
not gonna lie to you. I'm not Sylvia Brown. I don't do that. Yeah, and tell you what you want to hear. I don't do that stuff. If I'm not picking anything up, I'm not going to tell you. Sorry. Um, Cheryl says, I'm so addicted to psychics with a big smile. I love listening to their gifts, and I love that they share their gifts with us. Well, Cheryl, you're an awesome, awesome energy, and I'm glad we can do that for you. So, welcome. Um,
Welcome.
Justice, hello from New York. Hello back. Um,
Everybody wants to know about their past lives, so
yeah,
we
we're
gotta.
kind of getting into that stuff. I know.
Hmm.
I'm flying down the thing here. Okay, question
Hmm.
for you, D. Kristen says, D, my 4-year-old daughter, Denelli, Delaney, I'm
Hmm.
sorry, Delaney, heard you say hello. She turned around and said, Mommy, are you watching Dora? LOL.
Oh,
just, just thought you would enjoy some 4-year-old
oh,
sarcasm.
that's so cute.
Oh, she thought you were Dora.
Oh, hola, Dora.
Dirty Dora, maybe. Um,
Ah,
what?
Cristobal,
What? What did I say?
I heard you.
What did I say?
I heard
Stacy says
you.
you should eat tacos and pickles while you talk. Guess that goes down to you.
No,
Um,
that's free.
that's right, Laura. Can't dress her up and take her anywhere. I agree with you on that one. Um,
I'm gonna. Oh,
aw. Let's see here. Rachel says, "Isn't that
box
how
talk with Dora.
box stuck with Dirty Dora?" Ra- Rachel
She was.
says, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." Rachel says, "Isn't that how all guys are, D? They want their pickles and tacos too." Just a public service announcement: we are not in the after party at this point.
Ay, ay, ay. You know what? You know what? What Junie said?
Huh?
Junie said, "D is Dora and Moonie is Boots."
Is that the monkey?
Yeah, you're my monkey.
I don't think I want to continue.
Oh, come on, Boots. Do you know where the listeners are calling in from?
I do because they tell me and I can read. I'm not a monkey. I'm not even gonna say it in Spanish. I don't even like it. Um,
Oh,
Ron Kessler says, "Bring her to Utica. We'll let her have her own eclair."
where you go?
Yeah, she doesn't get eclair. She's not being nice. Mark
Just do
says,
it.
"Hi, Mooney."
Dan's a backpack.
Yeah, he is a backpack pickle farmer.
Backpack, backpack. He's gonna sing the song. Backpack, backpack.
I'm agreeing on that one. I agree. Um,
Oh my God, how the hell did this turn into Dora? Maybe I was Dora in my past life.
it's funny because every time you say Dora, the viewers drop off. I watch it.
Sorry.
It's just dropping down and down.
Okay,
Dora,
just keep going.
backpack, monkeys. I
I'll,
don't know. It's
I'll
not,
mute.
it's not good. It's not good. Did you mute? She did mute. She muted. Janice says, Chris, what is your channel on YouTube? I'm only getting younger, lol. Um, my channel is Man is the Moon. If you go there and look for Man is the Moon, that's me. For those who don't know, D is muted at the moment. Tanya says, if you can't take the picking, don't pick. I don't think that was to me. I'm too good for that. Let's see here. Christina, I know I asked a question already, but D mentioned past regression. D, how do you tune into your past lives? I've tried YouTube videos, but I can never get there. But have been able to astral project. I think is what she's saying. Astral project. So
Hmm.
that's the question to you.
How do you tune into your past lives?
Yes, past regression.
Well,
Do
and that's what we were saying, that there's a lot of little clues and things that you can pick up on that sort of, and it's the same for everyone. I'm sure you would agree, Moon. Like there's little things, like for example, sometimes if you have like this unexplainable fear of something and you don't know why you fear it, a lot of times it could be connected to one of your past lives. If you have an obsession with something and you're like, I don't know why I like this. I mean, a lot of times those things that you don't understand, or a location, and you feel connected to that location even though you've never been there, but for some reason you're drawn to it and you feel like you belong there even though you've never gone there. That could also be an indication that you spent one of your past lives there. Also, displaced memories. If you're like, okay, I have this memory of, and you can remember everything almost clearly, but you know that didn't happen to you, and you know that it was in a dream, but that's a memory that keeps coming back. Most of the time, that's going to be a past life. So, would you agree?
I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything.
No, I was just letting you go because you were covered it all. That's good. Um, Joanne says,
Okay, were you quiet, like as a Yoda proud moment, or was
"No,
that
I
like
was.
a?
You sounded like you were well rehearsed on that. I was like, oh, awesome. You
I wasn't. What I was just like.
winging it?
No, not that I was winging it, but it's just.
No, it was good. You were imparting wisdom. I liked it. Um,
I,
Jo-
sorry, I'm still thinking of Dora.
yeah, I know. Oh, there go the numbers. Joanne says, "Hello, guys. Can you please let me know if there's a negative spirit around me? Thank you, Tonawanda."
Hmm.
Um, hmm. Looking near you, I don't see anything that would be considered negative whatsoever. I do know that you do have the beacon light. Spirits are attempting to communicate with you. If you're talking about the string of bad luck lately, no, it's not a spirit. Again, we go back to lessons. This is something
The
that
universe.
yeah, this is something you're supposed to learn right now. Basically, the harder you fight, the more you struggle. It's like quicksand. The harder you struggle, the quicker you sink.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to let those negative things happen, as tough as that is. And
Mm-hmm.
once those things do take place, then you'll see that the road becomes more clear, and you change course. Life gets easier. It's just kind of how it works.
Yeah, and a lot of times when those bad things are happening to you, it's because the universe is trying to get you back on track.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Our webmaster, yes, we have one of those now. James Carter, Box Talker Webmaster, PR Master of all things, says, so past life question. There are three time frame eras that I'm almost addicted to. All are varied from location and time. Could I have lived in these times and places?
Most
Ye-
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, this is just what Dee talked about. It's the situation where you have all these crazy memories and you just don't, you can't really place them. It's not your memory, but it feels like your memory almost, almost like you're living
Mhm.
somebody else's life. So yeah, I would say, James, that's 100% accurate. Cool thing happened with James last night, by the way. I'm not going to go into the specifics because I don't know if I'm supposed to, but we had a really cool validation with James. His partner, girlfriend, we didn't know she was in here, and she was asking questions just on her own. And James actually came back later and validated everything that we
Mhm.
had told her, said it was 100% accurate. So that was kind of cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
James.
that was cool.
Always nice to get validation.
Yeah.
Lori Gill says, I have a memory and not sure if it's a memory or a dream, but I think I chose to come back. I used to freak my mom out when I was a child telling her about my other life. Okay, Lori, I would not be surprised at all if this was actually your lifetime. Talked about this in a past episode way back when, but it's interesting because there's a lot, especially today, there's a lot of kids that are basically having mannerisms of older adults and things along those lines. Like they want their coffee a certain way, and they'll talk about things that they used to do and places they used to live and where they used to go and things like that. It's definitely not imagination because they're able to really place these memories. They're able to take their parents and other individuals to these locations and show them things. And a lot of it had to do with 9/11, the Trade Center, even the Oklahoma City bombing was another big one that came out. And we talk about how souls left the body so quickly, and it was such a traumatic event and such a mass chaos that happened with that. My belief system is that these souls were in such quick transition that they came back too quickly. It's almost like they didn't have their amnesia in place before they came back through, so they knew a little bit too much about their past life when they got here. Hope that
That's
helps.
interesting.
Yeah.
Dandroid says he came from an ancient star,
Hmm. Uranus.
and he, I'm so immature, right? Like Jesus Christ, why? I'm such a guy. I swear. Jesus Christ, I'm such a weird girl. Like Uranus. God, grow up.
Um,
All right.
no, that was fun. That was good. Um, Stacy says, "My mother's death always bothered me, and is wanting to know if I will ever own my own house." Um, yeah, I do sense that around you. A lot of mystery with that death. I think there's some suspicious circumstances that surrounded that. As far as your own house, yeah, Stacy, you definitely will. It's just a matter of patience. Again, uh, look at it this way. Sometimes, if you're pushing in one direction and it's not working out for you, the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And I feel like that's the situation you're in right now. I think that you need to change your direction and really change your thought pattern. And if you do that, you're going to see some better results. And Goat, we will come to Ohio. That's a promise.
Yes.
I don't even want to hear what he's saying right now.
No, he's not saying anything. Somebody typed in bananas just because.
Just makes sense. Makes sense with what we're doing.
Ay. All right.
Okay, so Laura says, have you ever walked into a place and felt at home? It's that past life knowledge. Yeah, exactly. I think we've all had that situation where you go to a certain place. For me, it was New Orleans. That was my big wake up. The minute that my feet hit the ground in New Orleans, I was like, I'm home, and I knew where everything was. I knew where to go. Just knew.
Hmm. Juniper wants to know if she was a gypsy in her past life.
Junie a gypsy. Um, I'm not picking up on that one. I'm picking up on the nurse thing. I'm getting the nurse thing. I'm not getting the gypsy.
Hmm.
D.
I'm trying to. I don't pick up on the gypsy thing with her. Do you get like a? But then again, do you get like she's like ancient soul with her?
Oh, very old. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
an
that,
old
that's
soul.
that's what I'm. Yeah, like ancient. That's why I was like, oh my god, because there's so many.
Yeah, it goes way back. And I
Mm-hmm.
apologize, guys. It's when we talk about past life readings and things like that. For me, and this is just me as a medium or a psychic or however you want to look at it, sometimes I can pick up on more than one, but the majority of the time I usually can like hone in when I think about that person or I see the picture. I kind of delve into that energy, and usually what I'll see is if it's an old soul or young soul, and then one distinct lifetime most of the time. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Donna says, "Oh my God, D Shady."
With a real D shady, please stand up.
No,
That's why.
don't do it.
No,
Um,
apparently not.
no, not a good idea.
Okay.
Cheryl says, Moon, during box talk last week, my spirit guide said to listen to my feelings, and they're not kidding. What do they mean, Moon? It's very clear, Cheryl. It's just the fact that when you get a message, you question it, and then you question it so much that you don't follow through on what that message is. You spend the time in trying to decipher it. A message, this is the easiest way I can describe it, guys. When you get a message from your guides, when you get a message from the universe, and I know this isn't the easiest thing to do in the world, but the feeling that you get, the message that you get, the instinct that you get, you have to act upon that immediately. You can't question it, you can't fight it, you can't go back and forth about it, because they see things from a totally different perspective. They see things that you can't understand. So it's up to you to accept those messages and move on those. It's not their job to debate them back and forth with you.
Mm-mm. I'm trying to see if somebody else. Okay, Cora wants to know.
Hmm.
She says, "D, ask Mooney what my thing is about animals." I
Oh,
don't know.
it's not anything specific. It's just Corey, you've always had this attachment to animals because you see what the true purity of animals are. We've talked about it before. This has been every lifetime that you've had. You understand how precious and sacred animals are. Like I say,
Hmm.
angels on earth, and they're attracted to you, and they find comfort and protection with you, and it's a beautiful thing.
Mm, okay. Cool. Yep. She says I'm so comfortable around them. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. James says, "Hey Moon, when are you coming to Florida?" I will be in Florida. The Oh my God, we're starting out the Box Talk tour in Florida in Miami on August 8th. So
The
we.
box talk tour.
Oh, I'm sorry, not the Box Talk tour.
I was like, are we doing box talk in Iowa?
Shh. I'm so tired, guys. I apologize.
You mean your book tour?
We are doing the Ghost Box. See, it's so many good boxes and talk. Um, Ghost Box Book Tour. That's what's starting out. It's starting out in Miami on August 8th. So I will be in Florida. I will see you then. Doing one date there, and then going to be doing hopefully a bookstore signing and some press and stuff like that. And then we're going to spend a couple of days at Five Sisters Metaphysical Center doing private readings for people, doing a gallery there. And then we're moving up to the Lost Coast Paracon, which is in Cross City, Florida. You're going to be able to
Yay!
see
It's gonna be fun.
Dee and Dan and Chris and yeah, Mama Moon, and it's gonna be fun. We're all gonna be up there. We're gonna have a good time. So you'll see us up there too. So if you're,
Lee's gonna be there too.
yeah, I thought I meant said Lee. I'm tired, guys. I apologize. This is my
Mike
crazy life.
too, right?
I don't know if Mike's gonna be on there. I think he is. I think Mike Rick Sector is gonna be there. So hopefully, yeah. But it's gonna be a
Cool.
good time. We'll see you in Florida here soon. I'm just flying through. D, if you've got anything, I'm trying to get to the
Let me
bottom here.
see.
You know me. Takes
Okay.
forever for me. If I
Yeah.
missed your questions, guys, please retype them again. It's the only way I
Retype it.
can come back through and try to read. And we get a lot of people who are just like drive-by askers. They'll come into the show and then they'll ask a question. If I don't answer in 2 minutes, they're out. It's kind of one of those kind of things. So feel free to ask your question again.
Let's see.
Hi,
James wants to
Diane.
know. James wants to know if we think he's an old soul. Okay, so what about me? What about me, D? How old do you think I am? What do you mean? How do I think you are? Like how old you are, or your soul?
Yeah, let's figure that one out first. Yeah, that's important. We got to figure that one out.
Yeah,
Um,
let's figure that one out.
Diane says,
Retype it.
Diane says hi from Indiana.
Hola.
How are you? Teresa says you connected with my brother on the spirit box. Any idea what he meant when he said, "Guess who is coming back"? I can't figure this out. Thanks, Teresa. My belief in that, and this is just me analyzing it, is that I think that his soul is coming back into our world, and more than likely will be part of your soul circle, and you'll probably reconnect with him when he's reborn back onto the earth.
There's a somebody really wants a question answered, and I've been watching them type it in there. So I'm gonna. I know I'm not supposed to be in your chat room, but anyways, from Mary Carpenter Parsons, she says, "Any messages from my sister?" I guess her sister passed away, and she wants to know if you get any messages from her sister.
It's interesting as you're saying that. I feel like she's trying so hard to communicate that she's blocking the communication. Um, this isn't a message from your sister. This is more a message from your guides that you need to let your guard down a little bit. Stop putting so much effort into the communication because she's naturally trying to reach out to you, but you're grasping right now, and that's the worst thing that you can do. Relax a little bit. Let her come to you. Let her communicate with you, but don't. And that's the other message: is don't look for signs in every little thing. I feel like you're overanalyzing, and that's from your guide.
Hmm.
Brenda,
Maybe you should contact Moonie for a private reading.
yeah, guys, if you ever want to get a private reading, I'm always happy to do it when I'm around. You can go to chrismoonpsychic.com and get all the information there. And if you're interested in doing a private reading, you can go ahead and contact me through there. Brenda says, "Are you ever coming to Newfoundland, Canada, please?" No plans at the moment, but I know that the Ghost Box book tour is going to be going through Canada, so hopefully that will be somewhere near you, and you can make it down and see us.
Cool.
Uh, Cornelia followed up with that really quickly. Ghostbox book tour schedule posted anywhere in Georgia. Yeah, Cornelia. Actually, after we go through Florida, we're going to be heading directly up into Atlanta and doing again a bookstore signing, some press stuff, and then we're going to be doing a week, 5 days at the Interspace Metaphysical Center. So you can catch us there, and I will post that up ASAP. We just have been holding off on posting up all the dates until they're a little bit more booked.
I'm gonna read another one. This one jumped out at me. Brandy. Ah, okay, went away. You'll catch it. Sorry, it went away. Moon will have to see it.
I don't understand what Kimona's saying here. I'm trying to figure this one out.
Hmm.
I'm unfollowing you now, and I've said too many good things to my coworkers here in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Okay, okay, Kimona, do what you gotta do.
I don't
Uh,
know what that means.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Geraldine says, Mooney, can you tell me anything about my past life? Um, Look at Geraldine. Um, Again, old soul. We're not going ancient here, but old soul. Um, God, I'm trying to pick up on one. You've had so many different things happen. The thing that I get is when you were in the South. There was a situation in the South, and I want to say mid 1800s maybe. Um, Really traumatic situation that happened with you, and I think it's a phobia that you carry into this world that has to do with water, um, and that's unfortunate. But that's the one that I'm picking up on.
Lana Boggs, what is it that you want to know about your daughter? If you're worried and you need help, tell us what it is you need to know about her. She just put, "Please help. I'm worried about my daughter." So,
Okay. Let's see here. Cheyenne says you come into KC in August. There is a good chance that we'll be there in August or September. Yes, absolutely. Um, Lana says, "Is my daughter going to stop being so unhappy?" With this situation, I think that she causes a lot of her own situations. I don't know if it's a clinical depression that's around her, but there definitely is something with a little bit of an instability going on with her. I think it's going to take a lot for her to pull out of it. I'll be honest with you. She's going to need a lot of help. It's not going to be something that's going to happen right away, but obviously you will stick with her, and hopefully things will get better.
yeah, yeah, she's gonna need a lot of support. That's for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Donna says, Chris, please tell me what you see about my past lives. Maybe how they influenced my present. Yeah, when you live those past lives, that's the interesting thing is that you're supposed to learn a lesson while you're here. You're kind of given an assignment and a plan, and kind of your checklist of lessons that you need to learn.
Hmm.
And if you do it right, you move on and you come back and learn another lesson. That's just kind of the way it works. Donna, with you, I think you're a little bit stubborn, and I think that your belief systems are kind of holding you back from certain things. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just think that it's kind of causing the spiral, if you know what I mean.
Hmm. Interesting. Let me see if there's anything on Mixer. Let me see. Nope, they're talking about pickle farming. So,
Still in Pickle Farm. Yeah, that's a Mixer crowd.
uh,
Yeah, that's the after party's already
mm,
begun over
yeah.
there. Um,
Oh, wait. No, no. I got one. I got one.
okay, go ahead.
Tammy Curtin says, I have a aunt who passed away. Do I have a message from her?
Say it again. You totally broke up on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tammy Curtin. She says, I have an aunt who passed away. Do I have any messages from her?
Mm, I'm not getting anything right off the bat. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Nope, not hearing anything.
How long ago did she pass away, Tammy? No, she can answer. We'll wait for that answer.
Yeah, okay, and I'll go on. Robin says, I am drawn to Native American, Egyptian, Victorian, and Celtic. Are these past lives? More than likely, Robin, yeah. When it comes down to it, if you feel a real, not just an interest, but almost an attachment to these things, if there's a value in it of some strange kind, usually we find out that that does tie back into past lives, and there's a good chance that you're going to find out in this lifetime exactly what your connection was with those things. Always try to listen to it and follow that path.
Um, got a clarification from James. He says, so I was wondering how old my soul slash spirit is. I've had many people say mine predates written history.
Hmm. It's
I do
interesting.
get old soul feeling from him. I don't get a baby new soul.
Well, what's interesting with James, I get there's a lot of, and this isn't bad, it's just different. There's a lot of chaotic reds and purples in the aura, which tell me that there are a lot of past lives, but there's a lot of chaos in those past lives. And I feel like this lifetime is almost a chance to fix a lot of the past mistakes that have happened. So try to take the opportunities to heal relationships. I feel like that's really where it's directed for you. I think that that's really important.
Do you feel that his soul predates written history?
Oh, we all do. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, whether we spend it on this side or on the other side, we were all energy was born at the same time from
Hmm.
different wells, quote unquote wells. So, absolutely, yeah, I would say so. Um, really
There you
quickly,
go, James.
hope that helps. Really quickly, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I know Dee does as well, and we just want to say thank you all for tuning in. We love you guys. You are our box talkers. We appreciate you guys. As you know, we try to do as many readings as we possibly can. We try to get to everybody every single time, but that's just impossible. If we miss you this time, we'll get you next time. We really kind of like having you guys on as the guests. We like to talk about what you like to talk about.
Huh. This is interesting. James says the chaos would explain the three things I'm attracted to: Vikings, Roman gladiators, and medieval times. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Good validation.
Hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. And then Tony wants to know. He says, "D, can you ask Mooney if I got an alien soul?"
If we're talking about starseed interdimensional,
I don't get that from him,
mm,
but I don't know.
I it's a little convoluted because there's some extra energies that come in from a different place, so it's definitely a possibility. Um,
Hmm.
it's very confusing when I kind of read into it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is some aspect of that interdimensional connection. Just because when I look into it, it's just like looking and trying to read Chinese. It doesn't make
Hmm.
sense. So yeah, I would say there's definitely a possibility for that, but I wouldn't go as far as saying I know for sure.
Yeah. And just real quick, I want to say something to Junie because you know how she had asked if she had like a gypsy soul, and right now it's funny because I had stayed thinking about it, and she wrote it in, and I should have said it, and I was like, when I saw her, I saw what she wrote. She says Native American. I have a huge attachment to those, and I was gonna say I get like Native American vibe from her soul, and then I saw her write it, and I said, I should have said it earlier, but yeah,
That's like me. I had a last year not be because you're always supposed to say what comes to your mind. That's
yeah.
the universe's gift. So I had, and I swear to God, this happened. I swear on my reputation, my daughter's had everything. I had
Hmm.
picked the Triple Crown winner. I knew the Triple Crown winner. I told my mom, turned right to her and told her, knew what the royal baby's name was, and knew the Super Bowl winner all at once. I knew every single one. I told her each one of them. I mean, if I would have gone to Vegas, I would have been rich. I could have been a multimillionaire. If I would have said it out loud, people would have been like, "Oh my God, you got that right." But that's kind of the goal. I wasn't sure of myself. I just said it privately to my mom, and I think I said it to my wife too. But when the universe talks to you, say it. Put it out there. There's a reason that it needs to be out there. It's so
And I
important.
should have. And I don't know if you remember when we were talking about Junie. I was just like staring off. You're like D, and I was like, yeah, I get a lot. And well, I'm not as bad anymore, but I'm still like that doubt that you get upset about. You're like, don't doubt yourself. Like,
Yeah, but, well, out of my
yeah,
mouth, but I still do it with myself too. I have to
yeah.
remember not to do that.
And I was gonna say I get this Native American, and then she wrote it in there. I was like, I should have said it because she says Native American. I have a huge attachment to those, and I love how I love it, and I always stand for the indigenous people, especially with the huge stand for water. So
Right.
I should have just, but I didn't.
It's okay.
Oh, and Cora wants to know. I'm not even going to read what Dan put. Cora wants to know if her pains are tied into her past life. Yeah, actually, that's very possible. And that is something that James had brought up about phantom pains. Sometimes if a pain that you have and you're like, okay, well, they say that there's nothing there, but you have a pain and there's really nothing wrong with you. A lot of times that could be tied into a past life, especially if it was very traumatic and it left that mark, you know? Maybe something kind of like the stone recordings you talk about,
Right.
but on self, on the soul.
Exactly. It's all energy.
Yeah.
It's all energy all the way
hmm
around. Really quickly, Brandy, I want to let you know that your husband is still with you guys. He has been desperately trying to reach out to you um, repeatedly. In I didn't even want to say a dream state. It's not even a dream. It's more of an astral planing state. Something very realistic and a reality that he wants to show you, and something that's changed for him in a belief system since he's crossed. And as far as the boys go, I think that the boys are well aware of his presence. I think that they're actually seeing him on a consistent basis. You might want
Feeling
to,
him, yeah.
yeah, you might want to ask them about it because I think that they are actually in contact with him quite a bit, quite a bit.
I feel like he is around the boys a lot.
Oh, constantly.
Like
Yeah.
all, yeah, yeah,
Watching out
constantly.
for him, playing with him.
hmm
I'm really getting that a lot. So
hmm
just I wanted to pass that on because that struck me when I read your message. Hey guys, really quickly, if you wouldn't mind, if you're enjoying the show tonight, we're on Wednesdays and Thursdays, two different times. You can look that up, no big deal. But if you're enjoying the video, if you wouldn't mind sharing this up on your Facebook wall right now, just go ahead and putting the video up and letting people see it. It's the way that we kind of get our name out there and get you guys, your friends come in, and it becomes a big party. We all get to hang out and have a really good time. So if you wouldn't mind sharing the video to your wall right now, we would totally appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Love you guys.
There you go. Yes, please share it, guys. That really helps out. So we can get more people in here. All right. Let's see. Any other questions on past lives?
Well, not on past lives, but James says, how do I get the shampoo out when the shampoo states wash, rinse, and repeat? It's really hard because it's a constant circle,
No.
James. You put the shampoo in, you wash it out, you're supposed to repeat. So you repeat it again. How many times do you repeat? They don't say. It's really important. If you tune in to Dan and my new show, it's called Here Comes the Groom. It has to do with grooming for paranormal, anybody really, any men who are interested in grooming. Dan and I are experts in that, and we like to share our knowledge with you. So again, the name of the show is Here Comes the Groom. We can actually tell you how many times to rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Was
Great.
that enough? Dee, I know you don't like me advertising my other shows on here, but
No, I don't
sometimes, no,
mind.
it's okay.
No, I don't.
But I have to tell people. I mean, there's a lot of men out there.
I don't mind.
It's
Go ahead, advertise. I just find it funny that you're so serious about Here Comes the Groom.
We deal with some spiritual situations here, right? But
hmm
it's also a spiritual situation to have bad hair. Okay. Um, wow, I can't believe how disrespectful you are about bad hair. It's a serious problem in this country, and how many men have terrible hair? I mean, really,
Your hair's fine.
my hair's awesome. But that's why I'm a host of the show. It's not he,
But you know what? Real quick, a side note: Aries have the best hair of the zodiac.
oh, amen,
That's the truth.
amen.
I'm Aries.
High five, D. High five, D.
I d-
There it is. You missed me. Boy, that was very white.
Miss
What you
ready?
just
Wait,
did.
1, 2, 3. Psh.
Got it. Okay. Chrissy says, any messages from my brother Ronnie, who passed away from suicide in 2009? He never comes through for anyone. Chrissy, I hate to say this, and I'm just going to tell you point blank what I'm getting from this. He is still in the earthbound state. Don't panic when I say that, because again, there is no time there. They're not experiencing days and weeks and months and years, but he has to work through those problems before anybody's going to be able to help him cross, whether it's a spirit or a medium, or even family members. He's going to need some time to get over and start the healing process on the other side. So, as hard as that is, just know he will get there. Everybody eventually does. But I feel like he made the transition with a lot of problems, and a lot of problems, and it's going to take a little bit of time.
Aw. It's sad. I don't like. It's sad hearing that. Like when they make the transition with a lot of problems.
It is. Brenda says, any messages for my sister Lorraine, please? Brenda, when I read, and I just read it a second ago, when I read your message and I looked at your picture, I could see her just hugging, like bear hug, hugging you. Just sending deep healing love is the message that I'm getting from her. Trying to help you get through that situation. I think that you're still carrying around a lot of that pain, so I hope that you're able to connect with her.
Okay. Now
Did
looking for stuff on Mixer. Sorry.
Did you read Christina's about her daughter who's 2.5 years old?
No, I didn't.
Okay, she says, my daughter last night is 2.5 years old. I told her I love you, and she said, I love you, mommy, too. I asked, do you love daddy? She said, no. He hits me. Ugh. Then she showed me hitting and held her face. It worries me. Yeah, that just made me sick to my stomach as I read that.
Mm-hmm.
Christina, I can't give you legal advice or what you should do or anything along those lines, but I feel like this is definitely real. I don't think this is something that the child is making up. I think you need to really look into this seriously. Take her words as seriously as you possibly can. Take action. Don't let this
Believe her.
slide.
Yes.
Yeah, don't let this slide, because she's in danger, and I really do feel that. So please, do what you have to do, and even as hard as that might be, do what you got to do.
Yeah. I would definitely believe her. I don't get a good feeling from that.
Okay, Kimona, after Kimona's strange comment earlier, which I still don't understand, but I will answer. I want to know my past life. Um, Kimona, you're actually a younger soul, and it kind of comes across that way. Um, it's actually a great thing. I think that this is one of your first times on this side. What's interesting is you carry a deep wisdom with you too. Um, and I think that you've been an advisor to others, to your soul circle from the other side, but this world is brand new to you. I don't know if you have extremely vivid dreams about I don't even know how to put this, realities that aren't here. I think that you've carried a lot of that with you, and I think it can really benefit you. But I can't see you being here more than 2 times before this one. So live your life to the fullest. That's my great advice to that. Do you have anything on that?
I get that she's like you were saying, sort of like a leader of the pack, sort of type.
But not from here. It hasn't been from this world. It's
No,
interesting.
from yeah, we were saying the soul circle thing.
Yeah, definitely almost like a guide on the other side, a
Mm-hmm.
director. Very interesting stuff. Robin says Egyptian past life. Um, Robin, believe it or not, I actually pick up Hebrew past life. So in Egypt, but not Egyptian. Um,
Hmm.
being much around the things, but a very what do I say, justified interest, but still an anger towards that time. But I see what you see. I see that the symbols are trying to take you back to that time, and there's a lesson in that for you. So definitely explore it.
Cora is asking if her girls are tied into her past lives. Now, a lot of times your family, your blood, relatives, they will be tied into your past lives, but not necessarily the same relationship that you share with them in this life. So, I do think that your girls are definitely tied to you in your past life, Cora, because you're such an ancient soul. So I do, but I don't think they were. your daughters in some. I get the feeling I get is that in one of her more prominent lives they were sisters. I don't know if you agree with
I
me.
was actually just
Yes.
going to say sisters, yeah. And I
Wow.
think the relationship almost plays out that way now, even to this day.
Hmm.
It's interesting, and I always bring it back to me, but all I can do is give you examples from my life. My daughter is a handful. You know, she's a troublemaker, and I love her to death, but she's had an interesting life. And the relationship that I had with her, you know, you go in and you're a father or mother, whatever the case might be. In my case, I was a father
Hmm.
or am a father to her, but we've always had more of a relationship of almost me being a big brother to her, more so than a father figure, which
Huh.
it took me a long time to come to grips with that, but then I finally did realize that's definitely our past life, is me being the big brother and looking out for her and having the arm around her and trying to protect her from the bullies and stuff like that. Not so much as a father, but more the big
Yeah.
brother. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's the feeling I get with her and her daughters, that they were sisters in a past
Sisters,
life.
yeah, and I think that's probably playing out today that way. Lucky Clover says, "Is there an easy way to meet slash contact my spirit guide?" Well, Lucky, you have more than one. Just so you know, you're more in the 3 to 4 category. I'd say more towards 4. Um, and yeah, the best way you can do it, honestly, we talked about it a little bit earlier, is just as you're going to sleep at night, just say, "I'd like to meet you. I'd like to talk to you," and you will have a communication with them. Wake up in the morning, write down what happened, or record it. It's the best way to go.
Good advice. Let's see. James says, Moon D. Moon D. What
Moonie.
do you think about Moon D? What do you think about psychology's genetic memories? Do you think science may be happened? Why is my computer saying that my sorry, okay. Sorry, all right. Mundi, what do you think about psychology's genetic memories? Do you think science may be tapping into the realm of past lives? I think science is definitely starting to tap into a lot of things that people never thought science would be tapping into.
Right,
Definitely.
right.
Mhm.
Well, it's interesting because science, I'm a fan of science in a way, but in other ways, I think
Mhm.
it's one of the most closed-minded things that's ever been created or invented, or however you want to look at that.
But I do like when they're trying to study things scientifically, especially things like this, like the energy or the other realms and things. But they do it with an open mind. You
Well,
know.
but that's the only reason that's happening to this day, honestly. And believe me, I came from the most hard-headed, mean, skeptical scientists that were out there.
Hmm.
Completely closed-minded. They would not, if you could not repeat it in a laboratory, it didn't exist. That's just how it was,
Hmm.
which is so dumb because that's just not how it works. But what's interesting is like I remember having a debate with a scientist once who was saying there's no such thing as ghosts. First off, the interesting thing about that is they were a very devoted, deep Catholic.
Hmm.
And I used to say, okay, if there's no such thing as ghosts, then how can you explain your religion? Basically, you're trying to believe something that is just a belief system, and we can actually come back with some sort of tangible proof, and yet yours is just a belief, and you're going to go for that. You're a scientist. It just drove me crazy. So,
Hmm.
long story short, the thing that really got me was when I was talking about a spirit and we were able to show them evidence of a spirit, they just had a different name for it. They called it like I can't even remember the specific name they came up with. It was like an unattached intelligence, blah, 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 blah. But it was the same thing. It was a ghost. And
Hmm.
so science does have belief system or proof of ghosts. I can't say belief system, but proof of ghosts. But what I was going to say, the thing that changed everything is quantum physics. The
Hmm.
acceptance of quantum physics in mainstream science is what's
Yeah.
really opened a lot of eyes and has brought in the scientific community to start really, truly testing and experimenting and proving these things. So hopefully we're getting closer. I'd love to see the scientific community and the, fringe community, us, come together and actually be able to prove
Yeah.
some of these things for once instead of fighting each other. I think that'd be a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
It's true. It would be, and I think we're getting very close to that, though. I really do.
Hmm. Oh,
Juniper wants to
interesting.
know. I'm sorry.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
This is
ahead.
just interesting. Just a
Hmm.
validation thing. Teresa says, "Hey, Mooney and Dee. Mooney, you had said previously that I was a nurse in a former life, which led me to the path of nursing in this life."
Hmm. Wow,
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, no. I was just waiting. Juniper wants to know. She says, "Is my sister Vile tied with me in any of my past lives. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
As we say at the same. Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
yeah, yeah. Very close too. Most of the time, side by side.
I even get a mother-daughter thing in one of them.
Definitely something like that. That's for sure.
Let's see. Okay. Nope.
Uh,
Like,
Teresa
nope.
was following up on what she had to say. She said, "Oops, I meant to say, how far back do my past lives go in the medical field? Am I an old medical soul?" Yeah, I think this with you, Teresa, it goes way, way back. I think it's been something that you've been drawn to for almost every lifetime in some capacity. Absolutely.
Oh wow! Look, Juniper says actually, she's very mother-like with me.
Hmm. Interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting.
I love validation.
Yes, validation is a beautiful thing. It's wonderful. But I get so far behind in this chat room. I'm sorry, guys. I like want to read everybody's question and answer everybody individually. We love you guys. We just want to
And please
do
don't
the
get
best we can.
upset if I see some people that keep repeating. Just keep repeating it. We will eventually get to it. I promise.
Here's one for you, Dee, from Mary. She says, "Dee, could you please tell me if my sister passed before her time?" That's a question to you.
Cut off. Okay. Can you repeat it because you cut off?
Dee, this is from Mary. Dee,
Uh-huh.
could you please tell me if my sister passed before her time?
Mm, I'm not getting anything. I want to say yes. I'm like, right off the bat. That was the first thing that came to my head. So I'm just going to say what I said, what I felt first. What do you feel?
Um, I do feel that, well, she passed
Okay.
before her time in a certain way, but again, like we talked about earlier, this has to do with the lesson that Mary's supposed to be going through right now.
Okay.
It
See,
has to,
because and the reason why I answer yes right off the bat is because uh I know for a fact. I mean, I know, like Moon says, I was supposed to learn a lesson from losing my father, but I know he wasn't supposed to go. Like it just wasn't his time. It was no, he was fine. And then and that's the same when you read that. That's the same feeling I got. So that's right away. I was like, I was trying to separate. Is that just my feeling, but no, I think that's the feeling I feel. I think she feels that way too. So I think she did go before her time. If
okay,
that makes sense.
it
I don't
makes
know.
sense. Brandy says, Mary, and this is to Mary, following up on that, I believe we all have our time. I think that our lives are planned out way before we are even born. Those, if us left here, living, always believe our loved ones have passed too soon, and that's exactly what I was saying. Before she
Yeah.
ever got here, she made her plan. Everybody agreed that that was going to be the lesson, that she was going to leave at that time, and it was going to cause great distress and upset,
Yeah.
and leave that questioning and reasoning. And that's the thing, guys. As hard as it is to accept, and I'm not downplaying anybody's grief, but the fact is that when somebody leaves, it's how we deal with that situation. What do we learn from
hmm
that situation? How do we treat the people around us, and how do we teach others from our experiences? That's what we have to carry on. Very important.
and that's why for me it was confusing because what she's feeling, that's what I'm going through as well. I mean, I've talked to you about it, right, Moon? I mean, I've told you
Yeah,
like I feel like he wasn't supposed to go. Like, no, it was not his time, but at the same time, that's just the way it was supposed to play out.
right.
But but
It's that old saying that everybody hates to hear. Everything happens for a reason. It really
yeah,
does. Everything happens for a reason.
yeah, it does. Only what can happen does happen.
There's no coincidences. It is what it is. So
hmm
we have to learn from that. We really do.
hmm
Stacy says, my boyfriend John wants to know who keeps saving him, when he should have died, and when he should have died, and what is coming to him. Stacy, that one's simple. He basically has a small team of guides that are around him all the time. He keeps getting himself into situations, kind of by his own fruition, I think, that make things hard. But I think the guides pull him out. But again, it's all to show you that there is a higher power, and that there is a plan with the universe. So it's to show faith of some kind.
hmm Let's see. Right. Okay, look at this. Patty wants to know. Patty Moore. She wants to know. Moon, is my chronic pain linked to my past lives? Right off the bat, reading that, I feel yes.
Hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm sorry. Like she says, Moon, and I answer. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but it has to do with and this again, God, how terrible is this? But it's to understand suffering. It's to understand um, the position of others. I guarantee that we've all had well, I can't say we all have, but or will probably have lifetimes where we're able-bodied, other lifetimes where we're not able-bodied, disabilities, talents. It all has to do with this learning process. It really does, and that's easy for me to sit here and say, from my comfy office
Yeah.
in Colorado, but it's true. I've talked before. Sorry, Dee. I just was gonna say I've talked
No, go ahead.
before about my friend Todd who had muscular
Hmm.
dystrophy, and he was supposed to die at the age of 12 years old, and he was my best friend in the entire world, and I watched as he struggled against physical issues and bullies and all sorts of different things that he had to go through in life and surgeries, and to the point that he couldn't talk, he couldn't breathe on his own. He had a spine put or a steel rod put in his spine to hold him up in his chair, and he lived until he was in his mid 40s. He just passed away recently. So we see it, and that was my example is to sit back and see how someone has to deal with this and be involved in it, and
Yeah.
then to lose that person. So there isn't a day that I don't tell myself how grateful I am for the position I'm in and how thankful I am just to be here and be healthy and be alive.
And I just want to say real quick to Patty that I feel like a lot of times, if like with her, I get the vibe that the chronic pain, it happened to her like in several lifetimes, and that's why in this one it feels like it's all piled up on her. But at the same time, maybe she should check if it's not linked to like maybe being empathic or something. Because I know like myself, like I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 8 years ago now. How long ago did I tell you? 7 years, 8 years. I don't know. But I was diagnosed with that, and I know that a lot of empaths say that that they've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so that you might want to look into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Um, James Jackie Salamone, I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Says, "Hey Moon, off subject here, but I sense my wife's adoptive, quote unquote, father is actually her biological father, and Bernice Golden agreed. What do you think? And can my deceased father-in-law confirm or deny through you?" Yeah, I'm getting exactly the same thing. I'm getting the fact that there was a really and I don't understand why, and it's not my job to understand why, but there was a really unneeded um, kind of acting that went into this whole thing, and there was a big conspiracy with all these different people. But I do feel that. I feel that that's exactly the fact that, in fact, was the biological father.
Hmm.
D.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I'm nodding because everything you're saying, it's as you're saying it, it's clicking.
Absolutely. Corey says, "I see and hear and talk to spirits all the time. Do you think that my child would inherit the same gift?" Corey, it's interesting. I come from a long line of psychic people,
Hmm.
and there's not one of us that have the same ability. We definitely have the psychic thing, but everybody has a different version of it. So I wouldn't say that
Yeah.
they're necessarily going to inherit the same ability, but I think that you'll see some signs there.
Yeah, I think when somebody in your family has some sort of ability, you do inherit it. Maybe like this is not the same thing, but you will inherit some sort of special gift. I think that has a lot to do with it. Because
Right.
I know, like with my mom, she's as much as she always knows. My mom always knows. She freaks me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
Absolutely.
and not just with her kids, like other people. And I'm just like, wow.
How do you do that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey Sheba, Sheba's in here. She says, "How do you remove someone from your spirit circle?" You don't. There's no
I
way
was
to.
about to say you don't, you
Yeah,
can't.
there's no way to remove them from your spirit circle. But if they're causing you pain, if they're causing you trouble, you can always block
Just
yourself from that person. There's a reason for that. And again, remember Sheba, they're there to teach you a lesson. If you learn the lesson, you don't have to associate with that person again.
hmm. I don't know if my mom is trying to say something, but maybe she doesn't hear, so I'm just going to type and tell her to refresh.
Mm.
Oh, look, see, she does have fibromyalgia. Patty says, I have fibromyalgia, D, on top of other severe back issues. Hmm.
It's interesting. One thing that I'll say about our Box Talk group, all of our people here,
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that a lot of our D obviously, but a lot of our listeners have the same kind of physical ailments, which is really interesting to me. I don't know why that is. Um,
Like attracts like, remember.
Yeah, it is interesting that everybody's coming in, and a lot of you have the same conditions. So,
Hmm.
sometimes you're here to support each other and work through it. Only you guys are going to know, the situations you go through every day and the pain and all that kind of stuff. So, it's almost like a support group can be formed from things
Hmm.
like this.
Yeah, it's so true. But yeah, it's how funny, and that's why I mentioned to her, like, if she's got fibromyalgia or something, to make sure that it could also be an empathic thing. So she picks up on energies and stuff.
Absolutely. Going back to what James was saying about his question about the what we've been discussing tonight, he says that's what my faith says. The All Father has already written our stories before we're even born. It's true.
Hmm.
I think that that's the truth, and I think we play an active role in that. I think that we actually sit down and review what we did in our last life on Earth, and then we decide what lessons we need to learn, and we come back to fix those things and learn those lessons, and hopefully get it right the next
And
time.
exactly, and that's why sometimes you feel that things are just going wrong, and you're just going through these. It's like nothing is going right for you. It's because it's like, no, 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 you're not supposed to be going down that path. The universe is trying to shake you and throw you onto the right, in the right direction that you're supposed to be going in, and that's why those things happen sometimes. And a lot of times people they don't listen to that, and they try to continue down that path even though everything's going wrong. They try to fix, like a quick fix of patch up the little problems, and they continue, but then that's why things keep going wrong and going wrong, and it's until you wake up and say, wait a minute, maybe I should try something else. And then you start noticing that everything starts to sort itself out, and that's the way the universe works, because you already have a set path where you're supposed to go, and if you don't follow that, it that's not what you're supposed to be doing, so things aren't going to go smoothly for you.
Yeah, you're literally banging your head against the wall. It just
Hmm.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just flying through comments here because we've gotten so many. I can't get to everybody, and I apologize for that, guys. I will do my best here, and I know Dee will too. Eileen says, "Hi, Mooney. What do you see in my future as far as money, love, and spirituality goes?" Um, I can't speak to all of those, but the money situation is actually resolving itself as we speak. There's nothing that you have to do, so stop trying so hard. That it's playing itself out right now. Um, yeah, again, I had another person earlier in the show just like this. I'm getting a lot of trying too hard, forcing, forcing, forcing. Let it come to you. Very important.
Hmm. Interesting question, Mixer. Meredith wants to know any clue why I'm so drawn to vampires.
Very interesting. Well,
Hmm.
there's two different sides to that. um, I've seen. Okay, so who knows? There's a lot of stuff out there that we don't understand. We don't
Hmm.
know, and for us to discount, say there's no such thing as this, there's no such thing as that. Who
Yeah.
knows? I can't say. I've never run
Hmm.
into a Bigfoot before. I've never, been bitten by a vampire. I don't know,
Hmm.
but I will tell you an interesting experience that I had. In New Orleans, several experiences, but one that in particular. There is a place in New Orleans down on Orleans Street in the French Quarter called the Vampire Boutique or Boutique de Vampire, and they sell everything related to vampires. Some of it's tourist trap stuff, other stuff is very interesting and weird. And there's a
Hmm.
bar that's literally just up the block from there, and we sell our magazine. We used to sell Haunted Times back in that magazine or in that store for quite a while, and I did a lot of work with the woman who owned it. And I've got to tell you, in going in there and communicating with her and the people up at the bar that she hung out with, there were
Hmm.
some very unusual things about these people that I cannot explain. Some physical things, characteristics, abilities that were not anything that I'd ever experienced before. And she swore to me that these people truly were real, genuine vampires. So
Huh.
I would not be shocked. I would not be surprised if there are some sort of immortal beings, probably over publicized and overhyped, but something that's out
Yeah.
there because. I gotta tell you, it was one of the strangest things I've ever experienced. So if you felt
Hmm.
like you had a past life as that, who knows? Could be.
That really could be. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, that if you feel like you have like a strange obsession with something and you don't understand it, it's like, okay, wait, I'm very drawn to this. Why? I mean, it could be that. It could also just be that you like it.
Yeah, sometimes you're just drawn to it, and sometimes the symbolism that goes with it too. You're drawn to that. Um,
Yeah.
I love, as you guys know, probably I'm a musician. I love heavy metal. That's my life. I love, other than paranormal, heavy metal. And as a kid, it was just the coolest thing. As a not even a teenager, the
Hmm.
symbolism and imagery of all this kind of stuff was so cool to me, and the music was so powerful. It drew me in. Doesn't mean that I was, in a Dungeons and Dragons game in a past life. That's not how it worked. But it was just such a cool image to me that I was drawn to it. So it's not always paranormal, guys. You always have to kind of sort it out and make sure that you're
Yeah.
keep your feet based in reality. Make sure that you're here in this three-dimensional world, and you know the difference between true paranormal events and some things that maybe aren't so real.
Yeah. And it does get confusing, especially because even though we are in this real, like you said, two-dimensional world, and our souls and energy, it doesn't work that way. They defy the laws of physics. So,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
hmm so it gets very, very confusing.
hmm Pearly May, I still love your name, even though you said you just want Dee to come to your town. Um, yes, I remember these things. I had a reoccurring dream as a child that I was thrown from a cliff by a Native American, but I woke up before I hit the ground, taking that as a prior past life. Also remember picking my parents this time around. I was warned by my spirit family that it was going to be a hard life, but I wanted to come back for my mother and the lessons I learned. Any thoughts? You said it right there. I mean, that's you've
Uh-huh.
identified your past life, and what we talked about earlier about soul slipping
Yeah.
back in too early and things like that. I think you were meant to remember picking your parents this time around, and you were meant to remember that you had to come back into this life, but it was
You
your
were on a
choice.
mission to find them. Yeah.
Right. And I think that in that being said, the thing that you always have to tell yourself is when life is hard and you're going through those crazy brutal things that you go through, that you really have to kind of be like, well, I chose this. And I think that that's
Hmm.
kind of the spiritual joke that keeps coming back on you is, oh, well, this was my choice. I came back to do this. So that's my impression of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. Anything else?
Oh, I've got a ton. I can go forever here.
Keep going, because I know you're like way behind.
Okay, I'm going to move ahead, guys. Again, if I
Yeah.
miss your question, please just retype it back in.
Well, a lot of them are typing them over and over, so you
Okay.
might.
Um, Okay, Corey says, do not use a Ouija board unless you know what you are doing because you could invite something in that will not leave and could hurt you or your wife or your child. Whoever, and I must have missed the question, please, please, for the love of God, do not use a Ouija board. Don't use a Ouija board. It's the worst thing you can do. You're opening yourself up to an unknown energy. It's always the lowest level energy that's available. 9 times out of 10, it's a demonic entity. Please don't use a Ouija board. Um, there's many more safe ways to do it. If you're trying to contact someone, if it's a loved one or someone you need to speak with, use a digital voice recorder. And all you have to do is turn it on, state your intentions, tell them to speak directly into the red light that's on the top of the recorder because that to them will be the microphone. And leave 10 seconds in between each one of your questions. Don't rush your questions. When you go
Hmm.
back and listen to your recording on your computer, you're going to be blown away when you hear them respond to you. So that's a safe way of communication. And when you end your session, before you shut off the recorder, always say thank you and goodbye. Those are the kind of rules. Polite, respectful, ask questions, 10 seconds in between. Don't use a Ouija board. Please don't use a Ouija board.
Hmm. Yep. You can open a whole can of worms by doing that.
Absolutely.
You stayed quiet.
No,
I'm
I was
waiting
just,
for you to
I
keep
thought you were
reading.
going to say something. Sorry.
No,
Um,
sorry. I'm just waiting for you to keep reading because I know
no,
you're behind.
I
Go,
can
go,
keep.
go.
No, I went way ahead. I know I missed a bunch of people. Tanya Cross says, having so much trouble in my personal relationship. However, I can't put my finger on what's going on. I just feel pulled down and worthless, and I'm having a hard time believing that I'm loved. Okay, Tanya, this again. We're talking about past lives tonight. This is from a past life. This has happened to you several times. Um, there was, from what I'm picking up, there was an indiscretion that happened. There was a lot of guilt that went along with this. Um, the thing was is that you carried that guilt to the grave, and it literally has come back each and every time, in several different lifetimes for you. And I think this has been something you can think back to, even to as a child, not having that self-worth and feeling that you're always doing something wrong. My suggestion for you is to try to forgive yourself. Talk to your guides, forgive yourself, because honestly, we've all made these same mistakes. It's just the fact that you were never able to confess what had happened, and I think you're still carrying that guilt with you.
Um, I'm just answering because I got a private message and it's important. So I'm just going to say, guys, feel free to message me if you have any, if you feel, if you need any help of any kind, counseling, anything. Don't think that you're by yourself. You can reach out to me and I'll help you and however I can. So let me just finish answering this and you keep reading.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through all these. Sarah says, Moonie and Dee, what career path do you see with me? Um,
Nursing. That's
okay,
just the
well,
first thing that
there you
came in.
go. You got it. Um, and I didn't
That's the
get
first thing.
anything on that, so I'm going to go with D on that one.
I,
Um, Brit,
I wonder if that makes sense to her.
I hope so. She can let us know here. Mooney, what is he trying to say to me? How can I communicate better with him? Okay, Brandy, again in the situation, talking about your current, the things that are around you, the circumstances that are around you, and trying to pass along messages and trying to let you know that he's actually trying to work on things from where he is, but he's trying to relay those messages, and you're just not getting them. You're not receiving them right now. So please open yourself up to those.
Look, she says, yes, Dee, it did. It makes sense to her. Yay!
Good. That's awesome.
Just right away when you said, I was like, nursing.
Um, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get as many people in here as I can. And again, apologize because if we can't get everybody in here, we're on every Wednesday and Thursday. We're always happy to try to answer your questions and get into this kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
just I would like to stop for a couple seconds and say thanks, guys, for tuning in and watching us and taking time out of your night to hang out with us. We appreciate it. You're the reason that we do this show. So if you don't mind sending us some loves and likes and all that kind of stuff and
Mm-hmm.
share the video,
And share, share, share.
we totally appreciate that, guys. Terry says, "Will I ever get somebody in my life to make me happy?" Meaning a girlfriend. I am so alone. Um, yeah, Terry, this has been a repeated problem for you. This has been something that's happened quite a few times. So, um, you got to open up. With you, I'm just going to say positive thought. You need to stop saying, I can't, I won't, all those negatives, those double negatives that come in. You really need to believe in yourself. There is somebody out there for you, and if you open yourself up to it, they're going to find you. You're going to find them. It's all going to work out. So please work on that for me.
Mm.
Gene says, hi, do I have any message for my spirit guide? Thank you. Um,
Who,
G,
who's asking that?
Gene DeSoro,
Oh.
DeSoro, I think is how it's pronounced. Um, yeah, just to be careful. You just need to be a little bit more cautious. That's one thing that's coming through. Um, your life path seems pretty good. You seem like you're pretty in touch with the spirituality more so than anything else. I think you're okay. Just be physically careful.
Hmm. Tina, Allison, what's her last name? Dee, do you know Allison? Like, uh, Allison, what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know on that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely put that in there if you can. Christina says, "Well, is it a demon attached to me or a spirit? Why me, and why does it affect everyone I've ever lived with?"
I don't get demon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. No demon. I'm not getting that at all. I think that it's a spirit who's been trying to reach out to you, and I think that they're trying to speak to you so desperately.
Hmm.
I almost get the feeling that they're in not that they love you, but they're in love with you, like they're attached to you. And I think this is carried for a while. Um, my suggestion again is to try to open up and communicate with this individual and see if you can start getting some answers because I think you're reading a lot of negativity into a situation where it's simply just a spirit that's attempting to communicate.
Colette, hi. Sorry, we're not ignoring you. We love you. She just typed in that I'll be going back to sleep in a minute. It's gone. It's 4 a.m. You and Dee haven't said hi to me yet, and I know you've been busy on live feed. XXX. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Always Colette. We appreciate. Okay, so Colette's so awesome. So she's in England, and she literally sets her alarm at night, wakes up,
She's awesome.
listens
I
to the
love her.
live show, interacts
Hmm.
with us. I talk to her all throughout my day, and she's just an awesome human being. So Colette, thank you. Sorry we missed you tonight. Didn't mean to. We just had a lot of people asking questions. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Have a good sleep.
Okay. Let's see. Go on. Keep reading. Keep reading.
I'm just trying to get. I'm trying. I'm at the point where I'm just trying to read people that I haven't read before or haven't talked to tonight. John says, I keep seeing a figure in all black follow me around. No one sees him but me. He appears in my dreams at times and seems like he is trying to talk to me. I can't make out what he's saying. I try to talk, but nothing comes out, and I can't move. Um, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. To me, that feels like an attachment. I don't know, John. Speaking of Ouija boards and communication, I don't know. Maybe you can tell us a little further down if you did any kind of attempted communication with spirits, or any kind of ritual type of things when you were maybe a little bit younger. But I feel like this thing definitely did find your energy attached to it, and it doesn't want to let go.
There's somebody in there. Maybe you'll catch it. That's been trying to get an answer about their kids, but it went by too fast for me. So if you see it, read that one.
I will definitely do that. Angel Fowler says, "Hello, should I have another baby?" Um, Angel,
Mm.
I don't think so. I don't think you
No,
need to. No, I'm not
no.
getting that at all. I think that you're past that point, and I think that there's some new things that are coming towards you that are going to be exciting and fun. But I don't feel like I don't feel like that's something that's coming to you. I don't think that's in the cards.
Yeah. We said at the same time, like, no.
Yeah. Ashley Hahn says, "Mooney, what about me?" But I don't know what she's talking about. Um,
Past life, maybe? Maybe she wants to know about the past life.
hmm. It's so hard because she's got that meme that's like the little kitten face kind of thing. So it's hard for because I look at it, I'm like, oh, and it's hard for me to read past that.
You can't concentrate. You're like, oh, it just stops you.
I know it's cute, so I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not getting anything on that one. I'm sorry.
Laurie Mike Carreri
I
says,
just took that one.
love. Oh, you did?
I
Love from Canada. Great show tonight. I hope to hear from you, but you're busy. Did you read that one?
well,
Sorry.
I got the other one that she said, our past lives, soul's career, and present direction. That's a lot of questions all at once. That's a whole lot of questions all at once. Our past lives, soul's career. We're gonna do a
You
show
know
on
what though?
Lori.
Honestly, that question could be answered like this though. You're asking if past lives they do affect all those things that you mentioned in there. They will affect your career. It can a past life can affect your current career because sometimes if there was a past life that sticks out to you the most and in a very prominent past life and you feel the pull, the need to be something, and it is going to affect you in this current life. Now, if that's not the path you're supposed to be on, then something's going to keep pulling you away from that. So that's how it could affect you in your current life, career-wise. Your souls, yeah, soul circles. You always stay connected with the same soul circle in every life. You always seem to find each other. So that's how that can affect, your soul circle, souls. So I mean, yeah, past lives have an effect on all those aspects.
Yeah, what you
Sorry.
said. That was a lot of stuff. That was good. Um, Terry says, "Thank you, Mooney. That was what my friends exactly say. You're good." So that was a little validation on her reading. So I'm glad I could do that for you. Um,
Yay.
or their reading. I'm sorry. Just trying to get through here. Boy, and you know who I saw pop in? Well, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna say until they say something. I'm not gonna say anything. I think
Oh.
our Australian friend is here with us.
Oh.
There she
Hi.
is. I see her right there. There's Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Carrie is
Hello.
watching us live, and I think that it's morning time in Australia, right? Isn't that what Carrie always tells us?
Yes.
So it's morning time. We are the morning show out there in
For the
Australia right
morning.
now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm glad we could do that. Good to see you in here. We don't get to see you live very often. Thank you so much. And she put up the most like amazing review of the Ghostbox Chronicles, the last one. She did like a
Oh, I
paragraph
saw
review.
that.
It was
Yeah,
beautiful. I was like, that's like the most well-written review I've ever seen of the show. That's so cool. So thank you for doing that.
it's awesome.
Definitely. Uh, I'm just trying to find somebody who I haven't talked to tonight yet. We get a lot of same people say
I
this.
don't want anyone. Yeah, I don't want anyone to feel bad that they're saying you didn't talk to me. We're trying to get to everyone. We love you all, each and
We
every one
do.
of you.
Every single one of you. Thank you. Carrie is on a lunch break listening to us right now. She wanted to let us
Awesome.
know. So she's on lunch break in Australia. My mind can't deal with that. That's amazing. So thank you.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so John, talking about the reading that I gave him, asking if he'd done Ouija board or any rituals, he says, thank you for your response. I did use a Ouija board a few years back. John, yeah, you've got a problem. And I don't say that lightly. You need to go to someone, you need to get a clearing. There is nothing else that you can do at this point. If you're seeing this dark figure that's around you on a consistent basis, don't try to cleanse yourself. Don't try to make this thing go away. It's deeper than that. It's something that if I could have talked to you a few years ago, I wish I could have. But once you get into that type of energy, and it's been around you that long, it's going to stick to you. My suggestion for you, I'm not sure exactly where you are, but if you can find a metaphysical center near you, a metaphysical bookstore, a spiritualist church, any of those types of things, reach out to them and ask if they recommend anyone who can help you with that problem and do a full-blown clearing on you before it becomes a deeper problem than it already is. And I'm sure you're having a lot of problems with luck right now. So please do that as soon as you possibly can. I'm not trying to freak you out. It's not like it's going to change overnight, but reach out and try to get that taken care of. It's really important.
Um, Madam, we'll get to your question as soon as we start the after party. We'll get to yours, and then we'll start the after party because he's really behind. So I want him to catch up over there, and then I'll answer yours. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. No worries.
Dude, I know she's going to be in the after party, so we can just address it, and then we'll get on with the after party.
And I want to say in advance to everybody, don't get mad at me tonight. I have to do a short after party tonight because I have to be up super, super
That's
early.
right.
So
That's
I've
right.
got to do a really quick after party tonight. For those who don't know, people who haven't tuned in before, after we get done here on Paranormal Warehouse on Facebook, we go over to Mixler and we do a fun show. It's more of kind of an adult 18 and over, just kind of character let it all out fun kind of thing. So if you guys are interested in doing that, feel free to join us. If you're easily offended, if
Yep.
language is an issue, please don't join us over there. This will be the place for you to stick. So just,
Yeah.
I'm sure Dee put the link in if you guys are interested in
Mm.
going checking that out. Um, okay, really quickly, Crystallize, could you tell me who it is that stands at the top of my stairs watching me and who it is that calls my name? I'm getting an older male, short older male. I don't feel like he is related to you in any way. I feel like he's more related to the not even the
Area.
property, but the land. The land is where he's from, and I feel like he's more confused than anything else. I think that he's an earthbound, and I think that he's trying to communicate.
Huh, he's probably needing help.
More than likely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really quickly going back to Carrie, she says, Moonie, my bedroom light is flashing on and off, but only when I'm in the room, not my husband. Is that my dad? And as I was reading it, I was thinking this definitely has to do with an older male who's related to you. So yes, that is your father who's doing that.
Mm.
And the reason he does it when you're in there is because he doesn't want to cause any problems, if you know what I mean. He's just trying to communicate with you to let you know that everything's okay and just saying hi, really, for the most part. And you're welcome, John. Absolutely, you're welcome. D, anything over there?
Nope, nope, nope. Keep going, keep going.
No, it's okay. I'm actually at the bottom of the chat room right now. I've
Oh,
flown
you
through so
are?
quickly, yeah, that I was trying to catch up with everybody, and I was hoping they would repeat their questions because
Well,
I'm so
what
slow
about
over here.
there's one Tina, did you get hers? She says the man that killed my daughter, will he always be in my life?
I did not get that one.
Mm.
I don't know if that's far up.
That's probably further up.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Uh, I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting that one. Cassandra says, many people tell me I'm psychic, even psychics. Any idea what kind? It's interesting, Cassandra, with you, I think that you need to go out and explore. I think there's a lot of literature that you need to read, and I think that you need to attend some classes and see what resonates with you. I don't feel like we should tell you what to do. I think it's going to send you on the right path.
Hmm. Terry says, also my friend told me that Terry Wesley says, also my friend told me that every time I go to haunted places, she says I'm going to bring these spirits home. I've been to Bobby Mackey's Mansfield prison. Is she right? Well, the thing is, when you go to a haunted location, you have to, first of all, if you've done it before, you know that protection is a big part of it. If you want to avoid bringing any friends home, any
Absolutely.
yeah, you've got to have that protection with you, and you've got to know how to do that. So there's ways to avoid it, but yes, can it happen? Oh, most definitely, it can happen. You can bring some attachments with you if you're not
Yeah,
careful.
spirits have free will. Remember that. Just like
Hmm.
us, they have free will, and if they decide that they want to stay with you, they will. Um,
Hmm.
I always say that the repellent to that is basically like you would do with anyone. Eventually, if it becomes a problem, you have to tell them sternly, "Hey, look, you seem like a nice person or whatever, but you got to go. I don't need you around me. You're scaring me. You're bothering me. You've got to go." So that's usually a good idea. Let's see here. Mary Carpenter said, Dee and Mooney, you said my sister passed before her time. Can you tell me if she is happy? Mary, I'm not going to say she's happy. I'm going to say she's at peace. Um,
Peace, yeah.
I feel like she's where she needs to be. Very important.
Yeah. Yeah, peace is a good word for it. She's accepted it.
Exactly. Moved on.
She's accepted it.
Let's see here. Yes, Chrissy, you got it. Hashtag no darkness allowed. We have the bad troll decided to pop in at the end and try to cause issues and chaos. Guys, we have a friendly troll that likes to come in here and do mad faces and send death threat emails to us. So, what
Oh, I
we
know. That
what
was a bad one they sent me. Remember
yeah,
that?
but we laugh about it. So we have a little hashtag that we use when the troll comes in and puts his mad mean faces in, his mad mean faces, because he's not getting attention. He's not getting his attention. He's mad. He's upset with us.
Whoever that troll is doesn't want me working with Moon.
Very mad. Very upset. So he has a temper tantrum. So we do a little hashtag. It's no darkness allowed, and usually after a while, the no darkness allowed hashtag seems to magically cure the
I like
mad
the way,
faces.
I like the way you said that. Very
He's
mad.
mad. He stomped his feet. He's mad. He's angry. He doesn't want anybody to have good time. No love and
Oh
light.
Lord.
Not for you. You don't get it. None for you.
You don't get it overnight.
You don't get love and light. I'm going to put mad, mean faces in because emojis from the keyboard at my mom's house in the basement, it's going to make you all feel really bad. That's what they do. So,
Oh
anyway,
Lord.
guys, just send some love. All you can do for the stupid people, haters that are out there, feel bad for them because that's really what it's all about. And
Don says, any past lives affecting me now? Um, you would know if a past life is affecting you if you look out for those things that I talked about earlier. Um, you want to repeat what I said, Moon? I'm sorry, my mind is scrambled.
I'm lost now. I was in pouty.
I was thinking about the troll too. I'm sorry.
I got into pouty mode myself.
Me too. I love how we both like were out of sync at the same time.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm laughing. No darkness allowed. No darkness allowed. No
Sorry,
darkness
guys.
allowed. Yeah, here's the deal, John. I think you're gonna have to go outside of West Virginia. To be honest with you, I don't think that you're gonna get the help that you need there. Right now, the best thing that you can do is try to do a little bit of a clearing, if at all possible. Get yourself grounded. If you have any kind of metaphysical shops within driving distance, try to get some crystals. Try to keep yourself grounded until you can get some help. Very important. And if
Uh,
worst comes to worst, too, John, I'm sorry. Really quickly, I'd be happy to work with you, John. If you can't find anybody to help you out there, I can work with you remotely. Try to get rid of it.
I just want to say real quick to Tina because she says that her heart is aching and she's down, like she's just, of course, not. Um, if you want to reach out to either myself or to Moon, please feel free to do that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
if you want a private reading from Moon, contact him,
Yeah,
and you might get a lot of peace from that.
yeah. I'm always happy to do that. It doesn't matter if I'm on the road or where I am. You guys know I'll stay up till all hours of the night and day trying to get readings in for you guys. I'm always happy to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, we only have a minute left. And I just, from my side, I want to say thank you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We are not going to be on Wednesday or Thursday of next week because I'm going to be in Iowa, but we will be coming to you live on Saturday. We'll announce the time ASAP for Box Talk Live.
What's the best way to contact us for if they want to contact me or you? Go ahead, Moon, you first.
ChrisMoonPsychic.com is my website. My contact is there. All my information's there for you, Dee.
Follow me on Facebook and private message me, and I'll get back to you. My website is going to be up soon, but it's not up yet, and Moon's going to be on my butt about that because it should be up already.
Yep.
But once I have that up, then it'll be much easier for you to contact me. So yeah, just contact me on Facebook, follow me, and message me, and I will get with you.
Okay, guys, love you very much, and we will see you very, very soon. Thanks. Good night.
Good night, guys. Smile and remember to make someone else smile too. Bye-bye.
Bye.